Good morning and happy Monday. How's it going, Tony?
Well, it's Monday.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah. My weekend was a whirlwind. So
a busy one.
yeah. Down to the Twin Cities, back. Bloody Bash yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. I had a pretty calm weekend generally. The calm
good.
before the storm because I got like 3 or 4 weekends full of craziness ahead of me. So it's one of those like, all right, I finally get a weekend just to.
Not do anything.
Well, I did a bunch of projects around
Sure,
the house,
that's
but
fair.
it was time to catch up on that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I'm not running everywhere.
That's fair.
One of those weekends.
Well, we're sliding into the middle part of August, and we're going to do so with news of an international super comedian that's going to be coming to Minnesota.
Yes, I look forward to the show.
You
We're
share
almost
something in
brothers.
common,
We're-
kind of.
We're almost brothers.
Yeah, exactly. We'll talk about that plus Nick's nonsense. You're probably going to have some fun with the culprit.
Gosh, I just looked at this.
The culprit in this.
I'll have
story.
more fun with the person reading the story than the actual culprit.
Of course.
And how you refer to said culprit.
Of course. I'm not going to do anything wrong. You're the one who's going to be doing it wrong.
It's already started. Here we
That's
go.
right. So
Here we go.
If you're wondering what we're talking about, you'll have to wait until a little bit later
Stick
on this
around,
hour.
yeah.
Nick's that's Nick's nonsense. Coming up here in a little bit, though, we're going to play Song in 60. Picking a fight on him. I'm feeling feisty this morning. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
Nick's Song in 60, is coming up here in a little bit, and I've got a song that you'll be able to guess along to coming up here in a matter of minutes.
Guess I'm going to need an early cup of coffee today to get
Better.
this one going.
Better fire it up there, Tony.
Okay.
Sip away. Sabrina Carpenter now here on Mix It Away. Good morning.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right. Oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. I can't relate to desperation. Might give a damn. Are on vacation. And I got this one boy, and he won't stop calling when they act this way. I know I got him. Too bad your ex don't do it for you. Walked in and dream came true for you. Soft skin and not perfume for you. Yes, I know I'm melting to it for you. Yes, that morning coffee brewed for you. Yes, one touch and I'm brand new for you. Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right. Oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. Is it that sweet? I guess so. I'm working late, 'cause I'm a singer. Oh, we look so cute, wrapped around my finger. My twisted humor, make him laugh so often. My honeybee, come and get this pollen. Too bad your ex don't do it for you. Walked in and dream came true for you. Soft skin and not perfume for you. Yes, I know I'm melting to it for you. Yes, that morning coffee brewed for you. Yes, one touch and I'm brand new for you. Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right. Oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. Thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right. Oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that me espresso. Is it that sweet? I guess so. That's that me espresso.
What
do you say we play Song in 60 this morning?
Okay, I'm ready to go.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to throw some hints at you and Tony about the acts in the song that I have in my mind this morning. You get to guess along, see if you can beat Tony to the correct answer, and you have a minute to do so. Tony, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to rock.
Here we go. Song in 60. It's going right now. All right. Musician associated with Jay-Z.
Beyonce.
Not Beyonce. It is a female musician associated with Jay-Z.
Rihanna.
It is Rihanna. Very nice. All right. So now on to the song part of it. Okay.
Re.
What's that?
Or
Re.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So if you are not pleasant, you might be
unwell.
no. You're on Matchbox 20. You're not kind. You're
mean.
If you're mean, you might be
cruel.
You say something unnice to someone. You're being
a-hole.
well, that too. You close a door and someone right as they're trying to walk through it. You're being a jerk. What's another word for being a jerk?
Jerk. Well, I got a bunch of them, but I can't say them.
Radio friendly.
Jerk. Anything. Jerk. Loser.
No, there's the time. There's the time. It is rude is the word I was looking for. Rude Boy is the song. Sorry, Tony.
Man.
We've been hitting out of the park for the last,
You should have did like sounds like food.
I should have done that. I'll have to keep that in mind next time.
Food boy.
Food boy. Gross. All right, your song in 6. Mix, What a Way Morning Brew, good morning and happy Monday. And a huge name in the comedy world coming to Minnesota. Somebody that Tony has something in common with.
Yeah, we're both really short. No, I'm not very short.
No, you're not.
We have the same last name. I love it. I love a celebrity that I share names with. So there's, I'm trying to think of a famous Tony. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But then Kevin Hart.
Yes.
I like him because we share last names.
Well, he's also a really funny guy, too. So
he's incredibly talented, really funny. He's great in movies. I mean, he's one of the top earners in the entertainment business. The guy's always working.
Oh, always.
And he's not afraid to take money from commercials, movies, comedy shows,
place.
TV shows, whatever.
Good for him.
Give him the money.
Good for him. Well, he deserves it. He's working hard. He's talented.
That's right.
So it was announced last week that he's got a show. The tickets went on sale for last Friday. The Acting My Age tour, which is his 9th tour. It was announced for a smaller venue, the Armory, coming up.
Yeah, this is a great venue for him. The Armory is a medium-sized venue.
Sure.
So you can really get to see him because he's kind of tiny. So if you get him in something like the XL Center, it might be kind of hard to see him.
Yeah, get those faraway seats.
Yeah, but you'll get a chance to really, see him and his energy.
Yeah.
Get probably a chance to interact with the audience a little bit. That's cool.
So it is at the Armory, February 21st.
It is.
A couple things about the show. First one, if you're hoping to go to the show.
Yeah, tickets are very, very, very limited at this point, if not completely sold out.
The last I looked, I know we were talking about this on Friday when we were kind of getting things ready, and most of the tickets sold out by Friday morning late.
Yeah, there's a good majority of the tickets are sold out, and they're not cheap tickets either for an Armory show.
Yeah,
you're going to pay quite a bit, anywhere from $500 to over $1,000 for like a floor ticket. So
dang,
it's not cheap.
So one of the other things that's interesting about this is, and we've talked about this a little bit before, this show, if you did end up getting tickets for it, or maybe throw a bunch of money at getting some secondhand tickets, because I'm sure some will hit the secondhand market.
Yeah.
It is a no phone show. So a lot of musicians are starting to embrace this more. A lot of comedians are doing this.
Tons of comedians. Most of the big working comedians do this now.
Yeah, like Dave Chappelle's a big name. I know that when he brought his tour here last time, did the same thing. The concept behind this, it's a little weird because I know a lot of people are a little bit hesitant to not be able to have, I can't grab my phone.
Right.
But you get to keep your devices on you. They partnered up with this company called Yonder, which I wrote a story about for Dave Chappelle's tour when it came to Minnesota. You get to keep it. You put it in a smart pouch that gets locked up. So you get to keep it on you. You just can't use your device. You got to go out to an area that's designated for phone use.
Oh, gotcha.
And so you have somebody unlock it, and then you can, call the babysitter and say, hey, be home at such and such a time, or how's the kiddo doing? And then you get back in and watch a show. So I'd say if you want information about getting tickets, go to our website, but really there's no real tickets to go
I
and
mean,
check.
there might be some, there might not be.
Okay.
You know, it was the website over the weekend when I was checking just out of curiosity for tickets was kind of crazy. So, anyways,
But I mean, a venue like that, like you said, a medium-ish size venue, I'm not surprised that tickets sold that quickly for it. So,
I think he sold out the Target Center recently or XL Center not too long ago. So,
but it'd be fun if you got tickets, enjoy the show.
for sure.
All right, coming up here next, nonsense, and Tony will probably have some fun with an element of the story that's not related to the story.
I'm just going to keep my mom. My mom said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Good morning. Happy Monday. It's the Mix 108 Morning Brew. Mix 108 Morning Brew. Good morning and happy Monday. Nick's Nonsense. We head to Massachusetts where somebody had their wallet stolen, which is not a good situation.
No, but it happens, right?
It does.
It happens.
The culprit, however, not a person.
Like a raccoon or something, or a squirrel. Squirrel did it.
Good guesses. Not the case. A winged thief.
A winged thief. Oh, God, here we go.
A gull.
So you're saying a seagull grabbed...
No. The story uses the word seagull, but it's just a gull.
This story is wrong.
Yes. Point out
Here
that
we
little
go.
inaccuracy.
Here we go.
So the gull stole this person's wallet outside of a grocery store.
The seagull stole
Gull.
the wallet. I'm just translating for everybody so they know what you're trying to say.
The store is on a small island off the coast of Massachusetts. A social media post from the individual who was the victim of this theft asked the public to help him find his billfold as well as offering a reward for its return.
Billfold, too.
Yeah.
That word should...
You don't hear that word a ton
Yeah, it
anymore.
should rip with seagull, you know, or gull, anyways.
Wow. So the post said, I'm reading the post verbatim. This hurts me to say. A seagull stole my wallet from the cart in a Stop and Shop
You should
last.
see the cringing look on his face, and he had
Ugh,
to say
that
seagull.
was tough to say. So he had the wallet, the billfold in his cart. I don't know why you do that, but he did. It was last seen again in the area. If you find it, you can keep the cash in there. I just want my cards and license returned.
Yeah, that's nice.
So apparently there's like $100 in the wallet. He's
Oh,
like, it's
nice.
that's yours.
It's yours. Just give me my other
Just
stuff
I want
back.
the other stuff back.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Those seagulls will snatch anything. If it even remotely looks like something that they could shove in their mouth and eat,
Yeah.
they will try to shove it in their mouth and eat it.
They will. So apparently maybe the billfold looked like a sandwich or something. I don't know.
Good, yeah. It doesn't matter. I just anything that falls, like it's almost like anything that falls on the ground, they're like, and then they're like laser target right to it.
Yes.
And then they go in for a. We were at the beach. We were at the beach swimming in the water, and there was a goldfish cracker that we
Okay.
had just floating in the water. And goldfish crackers aren't that
Tiny.
big,
Yeah.
tiny.
Yep.
That seagull
Gull.
in the air knew that thing was there and kept circling and
Yep.
waiting for us to either move away or for me to put the squirt gun down because I kept shooting at it every time we make a run at it.
That's funny.
But that seagull saw that little cracker
Gull.
from 50 feet in the
Yeah.
air and knew it was there. It was trying to get that little cracker, and it expend more energy trying to get that cracker than the cracker would return to it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, but at the same time, like, okay, so you're a gull, right? What are you doing with your day? You're looking
just
for
being
things
a
to eat.
seagull. That's all you're being.
looking for things to eat. So you're just living gull life.
You're living seagull life. That's right.
So you're gonna make a game out of getting this food. You see a cracker
No,
floating in
you're
the water.
not wrong. There's not a lot to entertain seagulls, so
You know, and especially
what else
when
they got to do.
if you're at the beach, you're not all that far from like Canal Park where people are throwing food at you all the time, which you should not do. The DNR recommends against that.
Don't feed the seagulls.
Don't feed the gulls. They should put more signs up about that. But people
Maybe
do
they're
it.
using the wrong terminology. Maybe if they changed it, maybe if they had you do the signs, Nick,
That would help.
people
are confused. They go,
They're
seagulls?
like,
What are those?
Seagulls? There's
What
no
are seagulls?
Where's
There's
the
no
sea?
such thing.
There's no sea around here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a direct quote from this one right here.
You're welcome.
There's no sea around here.
Do you see a sea around here? No. None.
Here we go. I'm going to get him going.
This, in case you don't know the backstory about this, we've gotten into this a couple times.
I think they figured it out by
Somebody in my youth shared that with me one time, and it stuck with me.
This is the one odd mountain that Nick will die on.
It is
the Seagull.
Everybody's got to have one, and it's everybody's got to have some quirky character elements.
Always correct.
This is one of mine.
Always correct.
Coming up, we're going to see what's trending at the top. Good morning and happy Monday. It's the Mix 108 Morning Brew.
Live from the Mix 108 studio in downtown Duluth, this is KBMX FM, Proctor Duluth Superior, a town square media station.
Good morning and happy Monday. It's 7:05 and 60 degrees. Looking for a high today around 80. Could see some afternoon pop-up showers and storms that carry into the evening. Tomorrow, sunny 81. We're going to see temperatures for daytime highs really through the week this week, upper 70s and lower 80s until we get to the end of the week. We'll still be in the 70s, but just a little cooler, cooler side of the 70s.
Oh.
So, summer-like week this week.
I like that.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Department of Transportation has announced that I-35 single-lane closures will occur in both directions between 27th Avenue West and Garfield Avenue this Wednesday. So pay attention. 7 a.m. till 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
The Blotnick Bridge will be completely closed from 6 a.m. Thursday, August 15th through 6 a.m. Friday, August 16th. So basically, well, no, I was going to say overnight, but it's going to be a day.
Yeah.
24 hours,
day,
man.
yeah.
24 hours, man. This closure necessary to complete the final bypass connections, providing direct access
Okay.
to and from northbound and southbound I-35. So once this stretch is done, we should have some better flowing traffic in that area.
So one day of pain for a better gain.
That's right, brother.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. Well, August 14th, 15th, and it'll be down to 60. So a couple days.
Couple days of pain.
Depending on where you got to drive. But you want more details, you can hit up the Mix 108 app or go to mix108.com. But there is kind of a light at the end of the tunnel at the Exchange project.
Until they start building the new bridge.
Well, there is that.
Which isn't this year, don't worry.
Then we're just flushing it all back down the toilet
Exactly.
again.
So if you did not hear the news, Duluth's football team, the arena football team, the Duluth Harbor Monsters, they won the championship game on Saturday night.
No riots in downtown afterwards.
The champions.
No riots after the championship.
Haven't heard if there's a parade or not. But
can we do a championship parade?
We should.
I didn't even think about that. Like,
We
what
should.
the hell? Right down Superior Street.
Absolutely.
We got to do a championship parade.
We get Canal Park, Superior Street.
We get like a truck and go like Jeff Foster's down here. They got big trucks.
Yeah.
You know, here's the problem. The players have already probably flown back to their hometowns. They're probably already gone.
I'm out here. No, come on.
And ain't nobody got the money to fly them back.
No, come on now.
Oh, I bet. I'm sure they left on a Sunday flight.
You don't think they're going to hang around?
No, why would they? Well, they've been living in a hotel for 3 or 4 months, so they probably want to get home. So I don't know. Okay, well,
We'll see.
We got minimal time to throw a parade together.
Okay.
We at least know Coach Tony's in town.
This is true.
So we can put Coach Tony in a convertible car.
Yeah.
And just drive him down Superior Street and get the
Perfect.
crowd going.
Ticker tape parade. Be beautiful. Yellow and blue ticker tape.
I love it.
right.
Well, congratulations to them. That's amazing. That's a lot of fun. We've renamed Duluth Titletown now.
Titletown.
Well, we probably got to win one more, right?
One's nice. 2, that cements the,
Yeah. Okay. So we'll hold off on the Titletown reservation, but I totally didn't even think about the parade. Why didn't we do anything?
Come on, man.
Sad about that.
You had one job you didn't know you had to do. So it's okay. I'll forgive you, Tony. It's all right. All right. So who has it easiest? Youngest kid, oldest kid, one of the middle kids, only kids? What's the toughest?
The only kids got it the easiest.
What are your thoughts on that? Where you follow the order? Who had it toughest? Who had it easiest? Let us know. We'll fire up that conversation here in a little while. It's music from Teddy Swims down here in Mix 108. Good morning. Mix 108 Morning Brew. Good morning and happy Monday. It's Nick Cooper and Tony Hart, and it's apparently Middle Child Day today.
Yep, today we celebrate the middle child, the one that's left behind, the one that nobody remembers in the family.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I have no perspective on this because I have no siblings. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the middle child doesn't really actually feel that way. 7402 Mix.
Yeah,
Maybe
what are
they
your thoughts?
do.
So I'm one of three, the oldest of three.
So you're the firstborn. No, you're the firstborn out of three.
Yep. And we're all pretty close in age because you had mentioned this when we had been previously talking about this. Like, there's a lot of time span between one and another. That kind of resets the clock a little bit.
If you're having them rapid fire, boom, 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 boom.
Right.
I wonder if it has much of an effect as if you have one have a baby once every maybe they're spaced out 5 years or something like that. Does that have a bigger difference? I assume it probably does.
You think so?
Might. 7402 Mix is our phone number, or you can use the Mix 108 app if you're sitting there with your sibling and talk about this and send us an audio message. We'd love to hear about the dynamics in your family.
Well, so I'd also, if you're with your kids, want to get their take.
What do you think your siblings think about you? So as the baby.
Well, the baby be the youngest one of the bunch.
I mean, baby being the firstborn. You were the original baby, the original, you're not the baby currently, I guess. Maybe your siblings would say you are. I don't know.
I would say, so there's a lot of stereotypes about oldest, middle, youngest kids in terms of just how parents treat them, personality. Sure. I think a lot of those things, not knowing all the fine details, I think a lot of those things kind of play out I know my brother got away with more stuff because it seems that my parents are just like, whatever, fine, Not to say they were burnt out by the end, but...
You have a sister, right?
Yeah.
And she's in the middle?
So sister's in the middle, brother's the youngest.
Well, I wonder if that plays a little dynamic too, right?
Right. Because she was the middle kid, but also the only girl.
Yeah, exactly. So a real good comparison is you and your younger brother, because that's like the ultimate firstborn, lastborn.
Yeah.
So you think he got away with a lot more than you did?
Yeah, I would. Not to say he was a troublemaker, but I feel like there was more that he would or could get away with.
Was there ever times where he wouldn't get in trouble for something? You'd be like, oh yeah. Remember 4 years ago when you guys grounded me in my room for whatever?
Yeah.
So there was
plenty of that. And I had no problem being like, hey, remember when?
That's not surprising. You're breaking out your neck. So let's see here. Back in
litigating the case against my brother. Based on statute here, he should be getting this.
And middle sister, she was just sitting there just being she was probably just laying low while you two were going at it, right?
Yeah. Well, so
that's what I would do if I was the middle, only sister in the
for sure. So another thing she had going for her is,
did she ever instigate between you two?
A little bit here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel middle one could be a good instigator.
Sure. No, she didn't do a ton of that, but a little bit.
Play the youngest off the oldest and just kind of skirt by,
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Right. No, my brother would do a little bit of that where he'd try to fire the other two of us up a little bit, though.
Okay, sure.
Okay. See what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get your parents to be like, well, okay, Nick, you're right. We did treat you different then, and so we're going to give him a harsher punishment?
No.
Dude.
Yeah, wow. That's amazing. We got the dudes walking by down Superior Street. The dude with the headset to talk to people in a call center.
I had to get a quick snap of that.
That's amazing. Quick sidetrack there. Yeah. Wow, that was fantastic. Worth the pause, even though you can't probably see what we're talking about. It's happening now, I promise. So like I said, my little brother would try to stir things up a little bit once in a while between, to get the other two of us going.
Yeah.
My sister could always retreat to her room, though. My brother and I shared a room. If we needed to get away, we had to go outside or go somewhere else.
Yes, that's an interesting dynamic too. Probably rooms. The oldest probably got So, like, if you grew up in a house with 2 or 3 rooms, maybe the oldest maybe just kind of defaulted and got a room because they were the first.
Sure.
And then, not in your case, I guess. Once the younger, so you did have a room.
Well, so we moved.
And then the younger brother came around, and they're like, "Oh, well, he's gonna have to live with you."
We moved where we live, or where they still live, actually, when I was 4. So that dynamic was kind of set after everybody was around.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah. So,
well, at least you didn't get, you didn't get used to your own room.
yeah, exactly. It was that dynamic was kind of set just from the start.
And then all of a sudden they moved in some bunk beds, and you're like,
What is this?
what?
What is going on here?
Well, we got some news for you, Nicholas.
But no, like all told, good stuff. But a lot of those little things, like I said, I feel like there was a higher expectation in terms of like, different stuff for me versus my brother who got away with more. My sister was just kind of in the middle,
Floating along.
Exactly.
7402 Mix is our phone number. Looking forward to your calls this morning to talk about what your feelings are about being the only last middle child, what that dynamic is like for you. Is there some extremes in your family?
Was it different for you? Like, was there something reversed in some way because of who knows what?
But
yeah.
And 7402 Mix is our phone number. Give us a call. We'd love to chat with you. Coming up next on Mix 108. Good morning.
Mix 108 Morning Brew. Good morning and happy Monday. Today is, as Tony informs me, Middle Child Day. I should text my sister and let her know, hey, happy Middle Child Day.
You should, and see what response you get.
I feel like she'd be like, thanks, ?
Like, yeah. Hey, let me ask you, is there a difference in relationship between like I know it's probably different with every family, but like the oldest, do you think the oldest gets along with the youngest better than the middle, or is it maybe it doesn't really?
I don't know. Like in my experience, I think it's more kind of like
maybe the boys get along.
Yeah, the
better.
boys versus the girls thing.
Yeah, is that
I still
what
get
it
along
is?
with my sister pretty well. I mean,
You're right.
Did more
But she
stuff.
probably chats with mom more than like you and brother would probably chat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, my brother and I would, more fishing and hunting and
Sure.
like have done more stuff together. But
Right.
yeah, my sister and I still get along pretty well, and so
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
I just wonder, as an only child, I just
you don't-
I got all the attention, Nick, all the attention. And I was the first grandkid too, so I got
wow. So you got
I got double the attention. Yeah.
So
good.
looking back, like, is there
First
anything about that you?
grandkid, bad thing? You
Yeah,
think?
looking back at it, is there anything you're like, I
About being
feel like
an
I
only
missed
child?
out on something, or I wanted something different?
Well, sometimes I feel like it'd be nice to like have like a brother, like a relationship, like that kind of relationship. Like
Sure.
I'll never know like a brother, sister, brother relationship,
Right.
in that sense.
Yeah.
like a true,
Like a legit one for all the
Yeah, yeah.
for all the challenges and rewards that come with that.
yeah.
'Cause there's both to
I
it.
mean, I wouldn't trade what my current only child status.
Sure, that's fair.
Go back
Okay.
and do it different. But occasionally that thought crossed my mind, like,
Okay.
or if people are talking about siblings, I'm like, I don't have,
Yeah, just
I
gonna
don't have
check
any
out.
opinion
I
about
have
it.
no
Yeah.
thoughts on
I'm
this.
Out of here, yeah.
We want to hear from you as well. 7402 Mix. What are your thoughts on the only child, middle child, first child, youngest kid situation?
Who do you think has it better, only first, middle, or the last child?
I probably had it better because my mom was probably so exhausted from the first two. She's like, yeah.
So you're
She
the
probably
last. Is
gave
that?
up on me.
So you're the last then?
Yeah, but she was already done and over with it. She's like, oh, you want to go and stay out till midnight? Go for it. Done with it.
That seems to be the case. That's
Yeah, that
so
was
funny.
the deal with my siblings too. I'm the oldest of the three, and my younger brother, he had it so easy, so easy.
Well, you were just the experiment.
Yeah, there we go.
That's right,
They
right.
figured it out with me.
Yeah. Research and development.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. I got to keep that one in mind. Research development. That's. I'm sure my brother would appreciate that.
I feel like we need to get your brother on the phone. I feel like we need his opinion in this at some point.
trying to think what he'd be up to right now. Probably driving to work. So
maybe we could get him involved for the end of the show. We would love to hear his opinion on your brotherhood status.
I'm sure he wouldn't say anything bad. He knows.
He knows.
He knows better. No,
He knows what the oldest will do to him.
that's right. What are your thoughts? Even any stories or anything? We'd love to hear from you about the childhood dynamic between oldest, middle, youngest kids on this Middle Child Day. Love to hear from you. 740 to Mix, our number to call. Good morning and happy Monday. It's the Mix 108 Morning Brew. Mix 108 Morning Brew. Good morning and happy Monday. Hey, a quick thank you to everyone who joined us for the Bloody Bash yesterday at the Skyline Social and Games.
So who won?
So the winners were. Oh, I've got the actual sheet on my desk with all three of the winners.
Go get it quick.
Can you fill for like 30 seconds?
Oh, sure.
Dance.
I can fill for about 30 seconds. So it's middle. There he goes. And he's off. He's around the corner and off to his desk. He's past the break room. Is he going to stop at the refrigerator? I don't know. Anyways, he'll be back in just a second talking about the Bloody Bash and the winners yesterday. And he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was record time. I was going to say, do you need a second to catch your breath?
I'm good.
Okay.
So I didn't want to misspeak on one of the categories. That's why I didn't just dive into it.
Oh, that's smart.
Because the one I couldn't
Gotta get the
remember was
facts
the... No, it's catching up with me.
Oh, yeah. That's always the case. You're good for a second. And then, okay.
So the three categories were best looking and best tasting Bloody Mary. And then we had the best beer chaser or snit category.
Oh, okay.
The beer category was won by 3rd Street Brew House, which is a place out of central Minnesota. There's a few beers from other places, not just local beers, but they won.
Okay, do you want me to read the rest?
I'm good. Best tasting Bloody Mary. Third place, Powerhouse Bar. Second place was Pike Lake Golf and Beach Club. They actually won, I think, last year.
What was so special about theirs? Do you remember? Like, is there like, do they have a bunch of accessories and stuff? You know what I'd say? Like accessories.
So in the best tasting one, that's not as important.
Best taste. Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you're just going for flavor.
Oh yeah, you want You want a good bloody with the good stuff around the rim and all that.
Yeah. So the best, the Pike Lake one was just a good straightforward bloody. I did sample that one.
Nice.
The winner was Mackenzie's though in the best tasting category.
Okay.
Best looking though, that's where it matters with the stuff.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. That's the accessories. What do you like on a bloody for accessories?
I'm not a big accessory guy. I tend to think if you have a bunch of accessories, you're just kind of hiding the fact that you're using cheap Bloody Mary mix. Wow. And I don't know that this is the case or not. I don't want to throw, like hate out there. I'm just saying that like I prefer. I mean, honestly, just give me a celery stick if it's a good Bloody Mary. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw that celery stick away and drink the Bloody Mary. But I do like a good maybe like cheese or meat stick in it as well.
So there was a lot of classics where there was like an olive and a piece of meat and some cheese.
Yeah, meat and cheese I'll eat. Anything vegetable-y I'll just toss anyways.
So the best looking category, this is where this stuff comes in handy. Powerhouse Bar took 3rd place. Mackenzie's took 2nd, so they won in the tasting, but took 2nd in the best looking.
Okay.
And then Pike Lake won in the best presented Bloody Mary category.
Okay.
And they had a shrimp on theirs, and they had some other stuff.
Okay.
But the ones I sampled, there was not one I didn't like. So there's that.
Well, that's good. I mean, if you're entering a contest, you're probably not using just generic.
Right, but some people try to really spice theirs up or add a different angle, and so that might not be for everybody. But all the ones seem to be pretty generally speaking, straightforward in that sense. So anyway, those are the winners of the categories. The overall winner, though, I want to mention this, and this is thanks to everyone that showed up. The organization Never Surrender Inc., which helps out folks with ALS, We're looking to help find a cure. They raised over $22,000 yesterday.
Ooh, nice.
So
work,
that's
everybody.
the real winner in the whole situation.
Nice work, everybody. That's good.
Yeah,
and everybody had a good time.
Yeah, weather was great.
Enjoyed it. It was a beautiful day.
There was a little bit of a sprinkle, and I actually was joking around with Hunter McCullough, who's part of the Northwoods band, who's playing music there. And we were talking at the very beginning of the event. Day looks great. Good job on the weather forecast. And we, chuckled about that. Yeah. And then toward the end of the event, rain shower.
Little sprinkle.
Skirted us. I mean, it sprinkled. That was it.
Yeah, I had that on my... Yeah, I was sitting on my deck yesterday, and I'm like, what? It's like barely a cloud in the sky, and I'm getting rained on a little bit. I'm like, where's this coming from?
But I told him, I said, we spoke too soon. He goes, I know. I'm wrong sometimes. It's okay.
It's okay.
So it was a good time. Again, thank you to everyone that came out yesterday
great.
because, great event all around. And, of course, raising over $20,000 for a very important cause as well. So
nice job.
Good stuff. Coming up a little bit, we're going to see what's trending at the top here at Mix It Away. Good morning.
Live from the Mix 108 studio in downtown Duluth, this is KBMX FM, Proctor Duluth Superior, a town square media station.
8:04 on a Monday morning. It is 63. Looking for a high today around 80 today. Going to see mostly sunny conditions through much of the day. A chance of rain showers later today. Maybe even a rumble of thunder possible this evening. Tomorrow, sunny 81. Mostly sunny around 80 again on Wednesday. And we start cooling off toward the end of the week with some rain chances Thursday and Friday.
The Duluth Harbor Monsters wrapped up their inaugural season at the deck over the weekend with a 46-44 win over the Iowa Woo to claim the first Arena Mania Championship.
Trophy's pretty big. It looks pretty fun.
I didn't see a picture of the trophy yet. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice trophy.
Nice trophy.
So congratulations to the Harbor Monsters on their inaugural season, winning the championship. 6 teams, right? There's 16 or 4 teams.
4 to start. They're adding a couple teams next year.
They're the best of 4 teams.
Yeah.
Good job. Well, I know that came out sarcastically, but no, I'm not. Like, good job. Like, that's great.
So
Love
next year will be interesting because I have a feeling we're going to have a new rival. Eau Claire is getting a team.
Oh, let's go. We hate Wisconsin football teams.
Oh, that border battle is going to be, that rivalry is going to be strong.
Yeah.
So big congratulations, and looking forward to seeing how things change. Of course, as they add a couple teams, there will be some new things that'll be rolled in, I'm sure. So.
It was good first season for them. So
absolutely, very
congratulations, and we look forward to the future of the Duluth Harbor Monsters.
I also want to note that I've heard time and time again, I don't know actual numbers, but quick shout out to all the folks that went to games this year. Duluth continued to turn out like the best crowds in the league, which is awesome.
That's good.
So good work, everyone.
We also need other people to show up in the other leagues, the other teams, though. Otherwise,
this is true.
The whole league is going to go there.
You got any empty buildings, but yeah, exactly. Coming up here this morning, we continue our conversation about, it's Middle Child Day.
It is Middle Child Day. We celebrate the long-forgotten middle child.
Any perspective you might have or thoughts, takes, stories about oldest kid versus middle kid versus youngest kid or only kid for that matter, you can give us a call, 740-2MIX, or hit us up on our mobile app as well. And Tony, did you want to talk about the movie stuff too?
Yeah, we could talk about that. Disney, if you're a big Disney fan, they just had their big D23 convention over the weekend. And they have announced a bunch of new stuff like they do every year. Movies, new additions to the theme parks, stuff like that. We can chat about that because I know there's a lot of Disney fans out there.
Nice. Good stuff. That's all coming up here this morning. Music on the way as well from Ariana Grande. It's Dua Lipa now here Mix It Away.
Mix 108. Good morning. It is Good Morning Brew. It is Tony and Nick. We're talking about it's Middle Child Day, so we'd love your phone call, 740-2MIX. Talk about what your feelings are about being a middle child, maybe the first child, the oldest child, the only child. 740-2MIX is our phone number. We'll take your calls in just a few minutes. But D23, have you heard of this, Nick? D23.
I've heard rumblings about that, yeah.
D23 is like Disney's yearly fan convention.
Sure, yeah.
And at this convention, they generally like to announce upcoming projects, new things coming to the parks, etc.
Okay.
Everything Disney. So they announced a bunch of new movies.
Okay.
Including some new Marvel movies.
Sure.
Okay. Daredevil.
Oh, coming back.
Captain America, Brave New World.
Okay.
They also announced a big new musical coming to Broadway.
Oh.
Hercules.
The musical Hercules.
The heroic musical.
Okay.
And then they also announced the new Avatar movie coming out.
There's another one?
Well, they're doing 3, 4, 5, I think.
Oh,
And
wow.
maybe even 6.
Okay.
James Cameron's going bonkers
Going all
with
in
the
on it.
Avatar.
All right.
The next Avatar will be called Avatar: Fire and Ash.
That sounds.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah.
Of course, they announced Moana 2,
Okay.
Mandalorian, and Grogu movie. Of course, the popular Disney Plus
Yeah.
television show
I
will
wonder-
be movie-fied
I wonder why they feel they need to do a movie too. I mean,
because it's
besides
popular
box
and
office.
Grogu's cute, and
Yeah.
they figure they can, and they don't have any other Star Wars ideas right now, apparently.
That's fair.
So let's just roll with this.
All right.
Toy Story 5 was also announced.
You know,
Yeah, go ahead.
so this will be the 5th one, and I know that there are some movies where it's like, okay, there's another one. They've done a pretty good job with all of those so far.
The Toy Story movies are, they're good. But
Yeah.
you got to remember that that's also a Pixar movie. So, I mean, it's Disney Pixar, but
Sure.
usually the Pixar movies are a little bit better than some of the Disney made movies these
Sure.
days.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, Toy Story 5, they're continuing to do the live action thing.
Oh, uh-oh.
So, they announced a new live action remake of one of their popular movies,
Which one? It's not Bambi.
Lilo and Stitch.
I was going to say it's not Bambi, is
Nope,
it? But, okay.
Wow. Lilo and Stitch is getting a live action remake.
I've heard rumors of that, and apparently it's true.
I mean, the little dude looks pretty cute. Stitch looks pretty cute.
Sure.
I mean, in the little footage that they shared. Incredibles 3 is coming out.
Okay.
Here we go. Zootopia 2 is coming out. Frozen 3 is coming out. Wow, really? Lots of good original ideas.
Uh-huh.
Mufasa, the Lion King. This is also
It's a prequel.
it's a prequel, but it
Yeah.
is kind of a live action one.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, live action with
CGI.
CGI animals.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, the long-awaited live-action Snow White movie is finally coming out.
Oh.
There's going to be a new Tron movie.
Oh, really?
Yes. 9 Inch Nails, I believe, is doing the soundtrack for it, too.
That seems
which is
fitting.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And The Rock came out. Of course, The Rock is big with the Moana movies. And
Yeah.
and they're working on a live-action Moana movie as well. And Moana 2. And The Rock is going to star in another Disney movie. Disney Monster Jam.
Really?
Yes, the monster truck phenomenon known as Monster Jam is coming to the big screen courtesy of Disney
I wonder what they're going to do with
and
it.
The Rock.
Like-
There's been a couple of like monster truck movies
Yeah.
over the years, and they have all been absolutely terrible.
Right.
Awful. So if Disney can figure it out, I think there is an audience there. But they got to do it.
They have to figure it out.
They got to figure it out.
Yeah.
They got to figure it out. So I'm going to hold my opinions. I haven't. There's no footage or anything yet. It's just The Rock, Monster Jam logo, Disney logo. So
that's intriguing. Like you said, there's a lot of keep the franchise going situations going on there.
they also announced some new stuff coming to the parks. Fans have, and I'm excited for this one. Fans for years and years have been asking for a villain theme park.
Oh,
Because there's all these other Disney theme parks and they're all happy
Sure.
and
Yeah.
fun and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But I don't know if they got the memo or not, but it's 2024 and not everything's happy and fun and we like villains from time to time. right?
Sure.
So they are actually going to do a whole Villains Land.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I think it's fun. I think that's coming to Disney World, I believe.
Okay. Because there's a lot of fun you could have with that. You know, you lean into the.
Oh, for sure. I think it'd be great. And then because none of the villains have, I mean, you see some of the villains pop up in the rides, just, you know, as
Cameos.
the villain.
Yeah.
But they don't have their own, like, you know, full on
Space to.
like themed area.
So
and
who
stuff like
leads the
that.
charge is like a couple of the tentpole villains?
Oh, well, like Maleficent,
Okay, yeah.
I think is probably top dog.
Sure.
You know, and then you got the Gastons of the world and the, you know, like a Gaston roller coaster. I'm all in on
You're-
that or
okay.
something like
All right.
that. But there's Ursula.
Yep.
I mean, can you imagine a cool ride around Ursula? I would like to see like a battle of the villains, like a huge dark ride where like all the villains like battle or something like that.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be kind of
cool. Yeah.
They also announced some other like stuff coming to like Disneyland. They're doing like a Lion King land and a Frozen land and some other lands.
So the fun theme thing is it can be good.
Well, with Epic Universe being built in Orlando, Florida right now, Disney's got to,
Step up the game.
got to step up the game a little bit. Otherwise, they're going to be left in the dust, I have a feeling. So they gave the fans what they wanted. The biggest thing, the villain land.
Yeah.
So looking for no, they haven't said when it's going to open. So at this point, here's some cool concept art coming soon.
Well, you got to think they're not going to drag their feet on it, though.
Well, maybe. Well, they've done this before at D23 where they have announced stuff and then all of a sudden, poof, disappears. Anyways, I'm sure we got a bunch of information about the new Disney stuff on our Mix 108 app or Mix108.com if you want to check that out and see all the new stuff coming.
All right.
In the next year or so.
Looking for your thoughts as well as Tony mentioned earlier about where you lie in terms of if you're the oldest kid, the middle kid, the youngest kid, if you're an only kid. Any thoughts or stories you might have on that situation, as it is indeed Middle Kid Day. We're celebrating that here at Mix 108. Good morning. Mix 108 Morning Brew. Good morning. Happy Monday and happy Middle Child Day to all the middle kids out there. If
yes.
you are somewhere in the middle between the oldest and the youngest, it is your day today.
Today we celebrate the ones in the middle. Not the firstborn, not the lastborn, but the forgotten ones, right in the middle. What was it like for you growing up? 7402-MIX, or if there are, some other siblings that want to sound off about their middle siblings, 7402-MIX.
So we got an interesting message in because we've been talking about this as though there's an odd number of kids. There's one, there's 3.
No, you're right. There could be
5.
There could be the first, the last, and 6 in between.
Well, so Susan shares a different 2 kids. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I got in my house, too. Yeah, the 2 kids. Yeah.
Here's what Susan said. Susan said, I'm the younger of 2 sisters. We're 5 years apart.
Just like Harrison and Rose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're about 5 years apart.
Oh, well, let's see how this plays out. So here's what Susan said.
They're not obviously sisters.
Well, this is true. Susan said, I feel like I got it a little easier than my sister, but my parents did a pretty good job of treating us both pretty equally. The big thing that Susan said was, because remember, Susan's 5 years younger than her sister.
Yep.
She said, there's a lot of things at the time I'd see my sister getting to do that were frustrating because she got more freedom. Because she could drive first or whatever else, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't get those freedoms right away because she was younger, and she, at the time, said she was frustrated by that.
Right.
But then as she got older, got it.
Yeah, sometimes Rose will get mad if Harrison gets something that she doesn't.
Okay.
But then we have to also, we have to explain to her sometimes, well, you also had 5 years of being the only child and you got to do things.
Right.
Like you went to Disney with us and your brother wasn't even born yet. That type of thing. Or you had 5 years of ice cream before your brother even had any ice cream. So don't complain if he doesn't get ice cream or you don't get ice cream or whatever the case may be. Like sometimes we got to explain that. And sometimes you got to explain that, well, you're the older person here. You got to, lead by example type of thing.
That's a good point. 7402-MIX, if you've got any thoughts on the whole sibling debate.
Who's got it better? The first, the middle, the only, the last child? Who's got it better?
I think the first and the last.
The first and the last.
Wow. Why the first and the last?
I don't know, just in my experience.
Are you the middle then?
So, yeah.
Okay. That explains your answer.
Right, okay, that's fair.
Well, you enjoy Middle Child Day today, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. See you later.
So I think that's the first perspective we've gotten from the middle kid actually this morning. So that's it.
So enjoy your Middle Child Day today.
Yeah, exactly. If you have thoughts, let us know. 7402-MIX or hit us up on our mobile app on this Middle Child Day here in Mix It Away. Good morning. Mix 108 Morning Brew. Good morning and happy Monday. It's Nick Cooper and Tony Hart along with Leah from WDIO. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. It's a new week.
Happy Monday. Also, I mentioned this to you briefly before we came on the air. It is Middle Child Day. Happy Middle Child Day to all the middle kids. Now, you are not a middle child as far as I know.
I am not. I'm the baby. I'm the youngest
Okay.
of two. So it's 50-50 odds here.
Well, so that's...
But I do play my position and my role correctly.
You lean into the baby thing?
I don't lean into the baby thing, but like I think especially with like having been the last one graduated, like the full empty nester syndrome hit my parents, and I kind of milked their little sad sappiness a little bit, just a touch. And I was like, oh, I miss you.
Yeah,
and
right.
They buy into it, and I do miss them.
Sure.
That's not a lie. But I do pull that. And it's like my sister had all the teachers before, so she was like the trial run, and I would learn from all her mistakes or what worked for her. I'd be like, okay, like this teacher is nice, this teacher's a little bit grumpy, like play my cards right. So then by the time they got me, they were like, oh, she was really easy. And it's like, because I had a guinea pig to do it all for
Right.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a unique perspective. I hadn't thought about that. That's a good point about the teachers and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, like, she would know, like, I'd hear from her, like, who she liked, who she didn't like. And then if I ended up with them, I knew how to play my cards.
Yeah. We just
And
got
how
all
to
the
make it
teacher.
work.
Yeah, we just got all the teacher assignments in our house. And
Okay.
like Harrison got a teacher. And it happens to be like a new teacher to the school, but. You know, big sister was, who did you get? Who did you get? And
Right.
Anticipating that he
Yeah.
would get like one of her old teachers or something. But
Sure.
yeah, so that's kind of fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Was everybody happy with the outcome? Sometimes it's a make or break moment when those letters came in the mail.
Yeah, well, like I said, like the teacher Harrison got is like kind of a, I believe like a new teacher to the school. So nobody, there's,
It's
you know,
unknown.
yeah, like the students within the school haven't come up with their own, like, you know,
No thoughts yet.
Assessments.
yeah, their storyline for that teacher yet.
That's good.
But we know a teacher that knows his teacher, and apparently the teacher's really good, and everybody should be happy. So that's
Nice.
good. That's
That is
good.
good.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's what we want to hear.
Yep.
I know we were like, oh, school starting in just like less than a month already.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's I'm not going to school, and thanks for that reminder. I'm kind of bummed out because that means, I mean, granted, we get a lot of nice weather in the fall, but that means fall's a couple weeks away.
Yeah.
I know. But I'm excited for September. I hear it's really nice here, so I'm assuming we'll have a couple more warm days in the mix, and those will be nice because everyone's back to reality.
Yeah. Well, so what's funny is when fall rolls around, every opportunity I get, I'll leave work as soon as I can, and I'll road trip somewhere in the Northland to go and like just enjoy the fall colors, because you only get it for like at peak, you know, a week or so, and so you got to get
Yeah,
it.
they don't last.
Yep.
They don't last very long. And,
Yep.
and it hits in different times, too.
It does.
In some areas. Like, they'll be a little bit ahead or behind.
Yep.
That's really cool. A little road trip moment.
Yeah. No.
And I'm hoping to get up to the Black Beach this weekend.
Oh,
Do
nice.
a little bit of a North Shore venture.
Okay. Telling you need to push all the way up to Grand Marais at some point and get yourself some Spinneroli's
know.
pizza.
Yeah, it looks real. They had beautiful northern lights last night. Everyone sending them in from Grand Marais was like spectacular.
Had
So
I
I
not-
was looking.
Had I not been so
What?
tired from the weekend, I would have gone out myself. But there's no way I could have, and actually worked this morning.
I tried to look on my drive, and I was like, I can't tell if I'm delirious or if I'm seeing something. Like, you know, when you're just like, I'm believing I see it, like I'm making it happen, even though it might not be true.
Right. So for the most part, we had a pretty decent weekend this weekend weather-wise. How's the week going to start off?
Week's gonna start off pretty nice. We have a good stretch of some sunny days in those low 80s. So I'm looking forward. Naya and I are hitting the beach after work, and we wrap things up here. But we'll start to see some showers moving in by Wednesday late in the overnight hours, and Thursday will be the washout of the week. That will be some widespread rain, some isolated storms. But we'll be drying up by the weekends, but it will bring our temperatures a little bit cooler just with all that rain and cool air mixing in.
I think, the people that work outdoors would disagree with me, but I think for the people that don't, the weekday rain is okay if we get nice weekends.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I could concur with that. But I don't think that these weekday rains are helping with the construction projects that we're all
Right,
having
yeah.
to be dealing with. I know that I've been waiting for them, at least the ongoing ramps to be open back up. I don't know how long it takes to do that, but they're working on it, and I think the rain has slowed them down.
Sure.
So it's inevitable.
The guarantee with some of these projects is when the snow flies, some of them wrap up. Not all of them, but some of them do. So
Agreed.
just got to hang in
They
there.
got to be done. They got to be done by then. No one's working in the snow.
All right. Well, you have yourself a good day today. Enjoy your little adventure. And we'll
Thank you. We'll
chat
talk
again
tomorrow.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Going to kick off your workday 108 minutes commercial free, brought to you by That Beard, Nicolay Law, and NicolayLaw.com. Music on the way from Taylor Swift, Tate McRae, and more coming up here at Mix It